Hey, hey, how are y'all doing? My name is Beth Campbell, and I am bringing my friend and business partner Tammy Pint on tonight. I'm super excited to do this because she has a really incredible story to share. Um, we both are moms of teenagers, and so we have that in common, but definitely have seen some benefits for our teenagers. So I want to bring her on without further ado. So if you've ever wondered about teenagers in CBD, if you've ever wondered about focus and some of the benefits, we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. And it looks like Facebook might be friendly with us tonight. That would be really cool. So if you are watching this on the replay, please type replay below and where you're watching from. If you are watching this live, absolutely say hello so that we know that you're hanging out with us. Oh, no problem, Tammy. We'll make it work. It's all good. Let's see if I can invite you again. Here. Oh, it says sent. It won't let me send again, but you can actually request to come on with me, Tammy. So if you want to do that, feel free. So if anybody else, oh, here we go. There you are. Here we go. Hello, how are you?
Hi. Hello. Sorry, technical difficulties. I'm trying to figure all this out.
It's all good. I do something weird every time I go live, so it's all good. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. When I heard last night you talk about all of the things that you do, I'm just super happy to steal some of your minutes from your day.
Thank you.
Yes. So
This is
I
my
had,
one free night this entire week, literally.
oh my gosh. Well, we'll be like short and sweet and effective, and so that you have the rest of your night. So my name is Beth Campbell. I am a CBD advocate and educator. I am a life coach, and I'm a mom of two teenagers. And I want to introduce my friend Tammy Pint. Will you go ahead and introduce yourself, Tammy?
Sure. My name is Tammy Pint. I'm a wife, a mom, three, I can't say teenage daughters anymore. They're all basically adults now. My oldest is 22, my middle is 19, and my youngest is 18. So um, I work full-time for a construction company in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and have several other small part-time jobs.
Awesome. So you stay crazy busy even now that the kids are older and doing their thing.
Yes, very.
Yes. Oh, well, we had talked a little bit about how CBD had made an impact on your family, but I didn't really know details and how much of an impact until last night. So I'm hoping you're willing to share that story and how you came to CBD in the first place.
Absolutely. So it started back for us in June. My daughter, Haley, she's my 19-year-old. She has struggled her entire life basically with ADHD. She was diagnosed pretty young. I believe it was second grade is when she was put on Adderall. And being a young mom and just trying to make her be a better person and succeed in school is kind of the route we went. And back then
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know anything else about alternative methods. So we kind of stayed the course with it. And when she was taking her meds, it really did help her. Then the day she turned 18, she said, "Mom, I don't want to take it anymore." And I was kind of like, "Oh, okay, why?" And she said, "Well, because I just don't like the way it makes me feel." And I said, "Well, why haven't you said anything about this before?" And her response to me was, "Well, because you get mad when I don't take it." For me, that broke my
Yeah,
heart. that
as
was
it would
that was
any
tough to
mom.
hear. Yep, it was tough to hear. So that was February of last year. So I would say that's kind of when we started the path to kind of figure out what was going on. And so I said, all right, we're done. We're gonna stop your medication and we'll figure it out. Right. So it was February of her senior year, and we worked through it. There were a lot of struggles and a lot of days that I think we both wanted to pull each other's hair out. But
Mm-hmm.
we worked through it, and she started taking online classes to get her child development accreditation, and she struggled. And so we were kind of back on that path again. What do we do? And we went back to the doctor again, and they tried a different medication. So they put her on Concerta, and it did help her stay focused and stay on track again. But then she just, again, I don't like the side effects, and so that was kind of the drawing point. They were like, okay, let's find a different path and go from there. So somebody had suggested CBD oil. We were using essential oils, and they did help her focus and help calm her and do things like that, but we needed something more.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody suggested it, and I was like, well, let's give it a shot. So we did try starting her out. It was a different company at the time. We did not start off with HempWorks, but it worked. And I saw a change in her. We started her on the CBD oil at the end of June. And by the second week in July, she was back off of the medications and doing better than she ever had, ever in ever. um,
Oh,
and I could just really see her personality and the person that I knew that she was shining through, and she stopped being anxious about things. And I mean, she would come home from work and lay down on the couch and not want to do anything, and she would have pretty bad social anxiety and just a hard time just trying to find her place. And once she got off that medication and got the couple of weeks of the CBD oil in her, she really just started to blossom, and she started finding friends and going out and doing things. And it was, we were always pushing her like, go out, go do something. And now it was like, hey, I'm going here, hey, I'm going there, here, and it was good to see her out there and just living life.
exactly. That's the way that it
Yeah.
should be. Oh my gosh,
Right.
so cool. So did you have, when you first found CBD, when you were first looking for alternatives, did you have any concerns? Because I know with me, I was looking for CBD for my kids, right, for my teenagers, and there was so much information, and I didn't know enough. So what were your concerns?
Just, what are side effects? What, if anything, um, looking at what are the ingredients? Where do they come from? What, just everything.
Exactly.
And I mean, being that she was going from a pretty hefty medication that was basically a narcotic. I mean, not basically, it
Mm-hmm.
is. I mean, it was basically prescribed methamphetamine, and she was on that for so long. And I wished I had known better um, years ago, or that this was even available. And I can't forward, but I started looking for the purest product and started researching ingredients and carrier oils and different CBD oils that have, some have coconut oil, some have MCT oil, some have different things. And when I came across HempWorks, I saw it had the CBD, the cannabinoids, and I saw that it had hemp seed oil, pressed hemp seed oil, and that was it. Unless you got the peppermint flavor, then it had a natural essential oil peppermint flavor added to it, which that's it. That's all
Man,
that's in it.
that's as pure as it gets. Totally
Right, right,
agree. And I
right.
think it happens when whenever you're searching for something for your kids, we're full mama bear, so we're looking at all those details. But before that, I didn't even know. I thought there'd probably be some kind of high associated with CBD. I didn't know any better. And I didn't know that with a hemp derived CBD oil, no high, but you can get those benefits. So if
Right.
you're a parent out there, you know, and anybody that's watching this and thinks somebody can benefit from this, let's see, we can just talk to me and we can figure out a way to share it. Because when we're in the group, it's I think considered a private group, so it doesn't allow for sharing. But we want to make sure people understand and know that there are alternatives, because sometimes we don't hear about these things, and it can make all the difference. So I really appreciate you sharing your story, Tammy. Now, so as a mom, right? As a mom, for you, how has CBD been helpful?
It's been very eye-opening, to say the least. So she started it, and then we as a family saw what it was doing for her, and not only with her anxiety and ADHD, but she told us she was sleeping better at night. She said that her back didn't hurt anymore, and she was a gymnast for many years, and then also in gymnastics, and just kind of always had a bad back. She'd been dropped a few times, and she said her back didn't hurt anymore. And I was like, well, if it's good enough for you and it's working for you, then what about my aches and pains and my bad knee and my bad shoulder and my elbow that I've had problems with, and everything else. So I started taking it, and then I was sleeping better and noticed things weren't hurting anymore, and my mood swings were disappearing. I just feel more level, that I don't have the highs and lows anymore, and I feel like I'm just a happier person. My husband started taking it. He said he sleeps better, that he's more focused at work. The dog takes it. He has his treats, and he's an anxious little fellow, and my other daughters are taking it now. So we literally, our entire immediate family is now a CBD family. My grandma just ordered her first director pack the other day that she's sharing with my uncle, and she called me today. She just got it today, so she's excited to try it.
Exciting.
Yeah, it's
funny how it's that
awesome
domino effect, right?
I know. And it works. It works. It's weird. I mean, you start thinking you take it for this one thing, and then all of a sudden these other things just start falling into place, and you realize, wow, like, this foot isn't swollen anymore. This, I don't know, you know, wow, I didn't wake up last night to go to the bathroom 6 times.
They kind of all just add up, right? All of a sudden you just feel so much different.
Right.
So if anyone is wondering, like, has questions, please feel free to put those in the comments below, whether you're watching it on the replay or you're watching it live. Because that's really the biggest thing that we want to do, is educate people. We want to educate you that this is something that is helping so many people. We want to make sure that you know how to choose a good quality CBD oil. And yeah, if someone has sent you to this Healthy Living with Hemp group, if you have questions, reach back out to them. You know, they shared this with you because they love you, and because everybody deserves to feel better. So that's why we're so passionate about this, right? Is because we get to help people and hear how it's helping them.
Exactly. The best thing for me is seeing the testimonies that people are sending to me. Now, before, I was going into the groups and seeing other people's testimonies, and now that my customers and people that have bought from me are seeing a difference, and they're texting me or Facebook messaging me that they've slept better, or that their pain is gone. It is so heartwarming, and it makes me burst, and I can't stop talking about it because it feels so good, and I want to hear more of these success stories every day.
Exactly. Well, and it by no means is a cure-all. We're not doctors, but we're really, really here to tell you that it has helped so many people in such a variety of ways. I would say it's like a lock and key, you know, because CBD is feeding these cannabinoid receptors that we have in our bodies and brains. Because of that, it's helping balance our systems, and that's why it helps with, you know, helps everyone differently. So that's the fun part too. So you came in, you bought CBD as a customer, right? Started using
Right.
it with your family. And then, I love your story because I talk a lot about the fact that we have a buy three, get one free. So especially when you're sharing it with people you love, that's totally the way to go. It
Right.
makes it a lot more economical. So can you kind of share your story of what you decided to do to make that, that economical purchase?
Yes. So, and many of the people that are friends with me, they probably saw the post back in August. I wanted to do the director pack. It was a 4 pack, so you basically buy three, get one free. It's actually a savings of $77. And so I posted on Facebook and asked if anybody wanted to do a bulk purchase with me. I had no idea it would explode the way that it did. I think overnight I had 16 people wanting to order.
Oh my
So
gosh.
not only did I get my director pack, I also had an executive pack. So I ordered an executive pack and then ordered another director pack. And even after I closed that out, there were people contacting me and asking if I was still doing the bulk purchase. And I said, unfortunately, I didn't. It's done, but here's a link and you can order. And so those 16 orders, I should say 15 orders that I had because I had one bottle for myself. I signed up an additional 30 people in August, and now I think I'm at 19 new signups in September, plus numerous reorders from the bulk buy that I did, those first 12, and then other people that have ordered. It's working, and it's amazing.
I love that you're helping so many people feel better. Like that's incredible. And at the same
Oh, me
time,
too.
then hearing about all those stories, right? I bet you are getting
Right.
messages all the time from those folks about how it's helping them. So
I am, and it's
um,
so much fun.
it's a blast. I have another gal that I was talking to, and she's like, I'm never a morning person, but now I'm excited to wake up in the morning and see what kinds of texts and Facebook messages I'm getting from people. So,
Yes.
yes.
And it's
And
easier to wake up in the morning too because I sleep so well. I
exactly.
I've been usually a 15 to 30-minute snoozer every day. So I have to set my alarm really soon. But now I think I still am a snoozer. I haven't broken that habit yet, but it's just a few times and now I get up and I feel good. I'm not groggy as I'm dragging my butt to the shower and, sleeping halfway through the shower in the morning. I feel refreshed and awake when I wake up.
So for you, one more like little set of tips, because we are talking to a lot of people who are already taking CBD oil.
Sure.
Any tips that you have that you learned over these last couple of months about finding serving size or what works best for you?
Yeah, for myself and for the family, I just told them kind of to follow the same thing that I tell all my customers. Start with that 3 to 5 drops in the morning and the evening. Do that for about a week and then see how you feel. If you're noticing a difference there and you're feeling good, it's okay to stay there. You don't need to increase. If you're feeling a little bit but feel like you need a little bit more, then increase it another 3 to 5 drops morning and night. Um, and the next week you can do it again. But I think for us, I found I actually take a little more at night than I do in the morning. So I do about 3/4 of a dropper full at night and about a quarter dropper full in the morning. And
Okay.
I sleep great at night. I feel great throughout the day. And for me, that's what works for me. Um, I also kind of feel that less is more in most instances. You just have to find that
Agreed.
balance. You have to find that homeostasis for your body. And once your body finds it, it's almost like a key unlock the door and you just feel amazing.
That's so true. So yeah, low and slow, that's a really, really good tip. Sometimes
Right.
people think more is better, but in this case, it's not. You want to work up
Correct.
slowly.
Right.
So you can find out what that right serving size is for you. And everybody is different. So I like that you pointed out sometimes folks need a little less in the morning and more at night, or vice versa.
Right.
I have folks that have found that a midday serving is beneficial, because if they're feeling a little extra anxious, or maybe they're having some joint pain or whatever, that middle of the day. So just know it's not
Right.
the strict recipe, that really you want to be patient and keep working with it. And if nothing else, contact the CBD educator that reached out to you, that you ordered from, and we're happy to help you brainstorm,
Right.
and think about what you might do different to get the results that you're looking for. So
Another thing that
awesome.
works really well for us too is just we actually keep our bottles on our nightstands. I'm sitting in bed right now, and so I have mine is on my nightstand and my husband's is on his nightstand, and we take it at night before we go to bed and in the morning when we wake up, and it works perfect. It's kind of that reminder, like everything is on the nightstand, your phone, your alarm, or your phone is your alarm, and you get up, you take it, you go.
Exactly.
You climb into bed, you take it, you're done. It's very easy to take. I'm not a pill swallower. I never have been. I struggle with it. So being able to do this little dropper right here every night is amazing.
And I love that tip, putting it somewhere that's going to remind you to take it, because I think after you've done it for a while, you don't forget. But at the beginning, you want to put it somewhere you're going to remember. And here's a little tip: once you have your first empty bottle, save it, because what you can possibly do then with your new bottle is split it and put one
Yeah.
somewhere that's you're going to remember in the morning, one at night, whatever the case may be. I like to take mine about a half hour before bed, so I have mine out in the kitchen as I'm shutting lights off and stuff. So
Sure.
whatever it takes to remember, but that's a really good tip. Just put it by your bed.
Yeah.
Yes. And if you have pets, a dog, you might want to put it up higher, because I learned mine was really curious and got to my bottle once. So I know I
Mine
have a
is
lot of
only about
animal
9
lovers in here.
pounds. He's
Oh, well
super
then,
tiny,
yeah.
so he couldn't reach it.
Nope. So, well, thank you so much for coming on and sharing such good information. I really appreciate it, Tammy. I hope this was helpful, you guys. Again, if you have questions, please reach out. Yes, you're number 22 on that leaderboard, Tammy, for the whole company. So I am so happy to be working with you, and so proud of you,
Thank you.
for helping so many people. So,
Well,
all
I've
right. Well,
got you to look up to, and Jessica and Denny, and you guys are all an amazing upline and have helped me so much, just kind of get to where I am. And so thank you for everything.
oh, my pleasure. Oh my gosh. So everybody have a great night. Thanks for coming on, and I'll talk to you soon, Tammy.
See ya, Beth. Have a good night.
Take care. You too. Bye-bye.